on, guys, don't you just love the anticipation, the excitement of getting something you ordered to come and arrive at your house? Well, I've been kind of excited about a cement mixer arriving at my house. And you know, today was the day. Look at what I got, guys. What the fuck is that? Well, if you ever worked in or delivered for UPS or FedEx, you know exactly how this happened. And, well, now to see if it's all there. I don't know, man. What do you think? Would you be pissed if you had something? I mean, this is a $300 cement mixer, and this is what we got. Ain't that freaking wonderful? Now I gotta drag it up and... Oh, I don't know, guys. Ain't it great? Things are blowing everywhere. Now I gotta determine if this is even complete. Alright, guys. Well, I got it all moved up here under where my garage is going to be. We'll start that project. This is part of what we need to get built in order to work on the garage. This is a concrete mixer. It's a three and a half something. You know, just put 3.5 of something in there and you'll be good. So this is like just parts all thrown out, you know, as you saw in the previous little clip. This is how it was delivered. It was dropped out on my driveway, and the FedEx driver did do the right thing. As some of you may have known, I used to drive for FedEx, so I understand how packages can open up, especially heavy things like this. And just in case some of you have got packages that are just opened up and almost destroyed, it's not the drivers that do that to the well, some of it can happen with the drivers, let's get real. But most of it happens when boxes go through the sorting facilities of FedEx and UPS, because I worked at FedEx and UPS after I left my security job. And it's understandable to see things like this, so I'm not too concerned about it. He did the right thing. He knocked on my door and he asked me to take a look at it, you know, to give me the opportunity to refuse it. But I saw what didn't look like most of the parts were there, so I figured, you know what the hell, let's just give it a shot. If something's missing, then I'll contact the seller and go from there. But anyway, now to sort through what's garbage and what's parts. Well, garbage. I hate styrofoam. It's very hard to recycle it. And I'm a recycling guy. I am. And oh. Hey, man, I got some new handlebars for my motorcycle. Yeah. Okay, let's just set the handlebars right there. Get the rest of this box. Okay, empty garbage. Nothing hiding. Garbage. We got more garbage. More waste. Okay, we got We got a wheel. When I first moved this up here, I only saw one wheel. I'm like, what the hell? Just one wheel. And I was starting to get mad and stuff and thinking, how can I put a brick under it to stabilize or what? What am I going to do with one wheel? But then I realized it was tucked in. So, I don't know. Okay, so this is all garbage. This is battery operated. There is a motor, and here's the motor. More styrofoam. More styrofoam. This looks like a little swamp cooler motor. Interesting. Huh, very cool. Alrighty. So here's our motor. We got our motor. Okay, so we got it pretty much. Oh, nope. Okay. So now we pretty much got it all undone and all unpackaged. Here's the hardware bag. Looks like we got most of the hardware. It doesn't look open. Okay. And all these. What does this go to? What the fuck is this? No, it's not for the. It's not a cap. You know how when you buy equipment, sometimes they'll give you a cap. That wasn't it. That's a good tire checker there, huh? Ooh, yeah. See, we got one wheel, all these parts, and no damn instructions. Where the shit? Here they are. they were over here. Oh look, piece of styrofoam. So let's open it up. Let's see what we can see. See what we can see. Well, I was going to make a joke about it not being in English, but this whole thing is in English. Wow. And there's not even a Spanish instructions? Well, what if I only spoke Spanish? Well, then I need to learn English. Wow, okay. Well, we have instructions. Should we follow the instructions? Vote down below. That's okay. I didn't expect you to. I'll use instructions. Why not, right? They were designed to help you build something like this. So it's like, instructions, okay. We'll skim over them. Okay, we'll just skim it. We'll skim it. We'll say, okay. All the safety. We don't need no safety instructions. Come on. Here's a line that tells me that someone that doesn't speak English wrote this, because when it gets to the section of starting to install, it says instructions for putting into use. Actually, it's instructions on how to build the damn thing. It's not ready to use yet, but oh well. You do you. Okay, so it's talking about, why does my damn nose run so much? Okay, so we need I'm gonna share something with you. Okay, so in these instructions, here's like step one, or the first picture.
figure D. It's already got shit assembled. What the hell? This has got to be the most non-descriptive. I mean, it's like 8 pages freaking deep too, and it doesn't. Yeah, it says place the stand 27 into the triangular bracket 29 so that bolt holes line up. Well, it says to refer to figure D. Figure D's already built. It's got the wheels, axle, and everything on it. Oh, okay. So, anyway, I guess we just got to kind of follow the pictures because the descriptive terms are all half-assed backwards. Maybe we don't need no instructions. No. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We need them. We can't be all macho. Alright, so first of all, we got to get back to this page here. And you just sit back and watch, and I'll get started on this, and maybe we'll get it together today. Maybe we'll run inside the house and pull what hair we have left. Just look like a damn scooter. I'm sorry. Look at the beefiness of that cotter pin. Huge, just to hold these little wheels on. Wow. That's a big cotter pin. Check this out. Something was hitting hard. Look, that's bent. Deal's off. Deal breaker! Look at this, man. I got more bent stuff. Look at all that. Wait a minute. That might be there intentionally. I was going to say, man, he bent the crap out of this thing. Okay, so this next thing I was told to get help with. Well, y'all know I don't ever get help, so let's do this by ourselves. Let's see which direction this thing's got to lay on. It's like building by pictures. Alright, so let's see if we're still in frame here. Okay. So I knew that this was going to be an issue, so that's why I brought my little mallet. Ta-da! Look at that shit. Okay, I know some of you will say, why don't you get the real ratchet and wrenches to fit this thing? Oh, the bolt size. I'm like, well, because there's a few different sizes, and these here are very universal, and it's not like I'm putting extreme torque on them, so these tighten up these kind of bolts just fine, and there's lock nuts on them, so it's not going to come loose. Don't have to worry about that. If I do, then things will get shaken up just a little bit more. Oh, I get what this is. I get what this is. It's pretty cool. Okay. Well, here's another dented area here. Got to straighten that out. Now, do we put these in here first? Do we put these in here first? Alrighty guys, just to show you what I'm doing here, this is a rubber seal that goes between the two drum halves to seal it out. And the instruction says to put gasket sealer in here, and I don't see that really working. And a lot of people say that they didn't put gasket sealer in there and they haven't had a leak. So I think if we get these tightened down evenly, we'll be okay. If not, then we'll go from the inside and put a bead of clear silicone or something like that around here. I don't think with rock scraping it that it's really going to hold very well. But anyway, this is how we're doing our gasket. We're putting the bolts in first because it says something like lay it on there and then flip it over and make sure everything's aligned. I think this way here the drum is going to sit down much nicer and I'll be able to keep it more in control. So let's see how that goes. Not to mention, I thought these things here, these are what grabs the concrete and mixes it. I thought those needed to be in here first, so I went in and laid them in there, but obviously the hole is big enough for them. Alright, so we got it all assembled. Everything looks good. So we're going to plug this up to power, test the motor, and then we'll put some water in it, tilt it to the side, kind of run it through a mix, see if anything is leaking, see if we have to run any beads of anything. Okay, power to it. Alright, there she goes. She's working. So that seems to be working. And let's put some water in. Somehow somehow that's satisfying. Just worried about water dripping out of here. It looks like it's dry out of the bolts that the fins are attached to. Everything seems to be very dry except for the initial splash. I think this is good, guys. Oh, let's see a little bit of water dripping off of here, but yeah, it looks like one of my bolts is leaking down here. Not too worried about that though. Seems to be functioning fine, and the little drip that I am getting, I'm not even worried about that. The concrete will be mixed up and poured out before that really leaks anything. So that's it, guys. All right, let's talk about the cement mixer real quick. As you can see, we've got some drippings, and that is coming from those back bolts. Nothing seems to be really dripping around the seal, so that's good, and we can even rotate it and test that theory. Nothing's coming out of the a little bit. Looks like a little bit's coming out of these screws here. Still, that's not bad because you don't let a lot of water sit in here. You just mix it up and pour it out. So I'm actually pretty good with that. That's actually going to rock and roll, guys, just fine. All right, man. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the build and the review of the Harbor Freight Central Machinery 3.5 cubic foot cement mixer. And right next to it's going to be our first project. I'm going to bring that to you right here on this channel right here, and we're going to show you how we're going to put this to use and build a little wall around this here. And if you remember right, it has a bunch of rotten boards sticking around here. We're going to clean that up. We're going to dig down a little bit, put some fresh soil mulch in there, and we're going to plant something in there. We're going to use it as a flower bed / septic tank. So anyway, guys, that's it, man. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or suggestions of something you saw that I did not do, please leave your comments down below. And if you have any questions, ask those down below as well. Until next, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.